then you start getting the bumpy road when the growth has come down drastically. And therefore, there has been a need to look at all the cost parameters that we needed to look at. And that was the period during which I was going through this kind of a checking, this kind of an introspection, and also engaging in a detailed discussion with my own CIO. And then thereafter we sat down and started developing a lot of measures in various areas. The first, of course, is what do we do with regard to the resource utilization. We took one decision, or I took one decision, and I conveyed to him that it is going to be extremely difficult for me to sign any more checks. So how do we make sure that we get to a situation where no checks are signed? And then you come back with a resource detailed look at various resources. I'm sure this doesn't come as a surprise to many of you, where this CFOs have taken that kind of a stand and so on. And then we said, we will essentially look at completely survey all the things that we are doing and look at it in two framework. One is what do you do with regard to running the business, and what do you do with regard to changing the business, and look at each issue in terms of changing the business as to whether it is a discretionary spend or whether it is something that is absolutely required and you cannot do without it. And there is a judgmental aspect that comes in at that point in time. So we went through a very detailed exercise, and that detailed exercise got into the infrastructure area that we needed to maintain. It got into the various types of systems, and it also got into the new areas that we had to get into, and new technologies on which the probes were really taking place and so on. So the first stage was really looking at the whole resource mapping, and thereafter deciding on what we can do as far as the resources are concerned. The second area that we thought we ought to be we said we ought to get into is, once we know what the resources are, although I had said that I won't be signing checks, but it is not something that you can implement, because there is something that you need to have for pure maintenance of the organization itself. There are many things that you will have to be doing, and therefore we said we needed to look at strengthening the whole vendor negotiation area. That was an extremely important one that we said we ought to get into. And we started, and how do you do that? We started placing certain reasonably tough one as far as my CIO was concerned. He was saying that I was placing absolutely unmeetable goals and so on. And we said, let's have let us essentially do that, because although we didn't still have a measure which says that so much is the percentage of revenue that we would go ahead and spend, we certainly knew what we were spending, we certainly knew what we had to cut, and we certainly knew what is it that we can afford in various areas and so on. So that was the second stage, where second thing that we did in terms of really looking at vendor areas and vendor negotiations and so on. And that phase was, of course, that's an ongoing phase and keep going and so on. The third one that we said we ought to be taking a very detailed look at is in terms of the extent of resources that we were using in the organization. I'm talking about the manpower resources, and I'm talking about, essentially we found that if I look at the kind of environment that we have got, and our environment is a fairly complex one because we are all over the world. There is, about 5 years back, we had taken on ourselves to completely digitize all the systems and so on. And I've got subsidiaries in South America, I've got subsidiaries in Europe and so on. And there are all kinds of, it's a fairly distributed kind of work that we have. And therefore, not only the resources, but people are also distributed at various locations, and how do we take care of that? And there are many places where people have to travel, they have got to be providing services, suddenly some issues come up and so on. And there was this whole process that we had to take in terms of optimizing the manpower resources that we have at various places, and also in terms of ensuring that we cut down many of the expenditure connected with people. There has been a phenomenal look at some of these issue areas, and I think it has been delivering. And the last thing that we said we ought to be looking at is, as we go through this process, and I expect that we would go through this process for some more time, how do we make sure that we do not lose sight of the future goals? Because as we get into this kind of a current slowdown, and of course in the case of TCS, we are not in a situation where we are not growing, we are still growing. Our profits are slightly higher than what it used to be earlier, not as high as we would have liked to be from a budgeting point of view, but certainly it is somewhat better. And we know that after a year or so, when the economic situation across the world changes, what is it that we ought to be doing at that stage? Which are the technology probes that we ought to have? What are the critical systems that needed to undergo changes, and what are we going to do in terms of planning? So while on the one hand we want to cut down all the expenses in the current period, we also want to make sure that the future doesn't suffer. So that is another area that we were looking at, and we said, for this purpose we would leave some amount of money. There was a certain budget that was created, although it was much less than what it used to be, and this was something that we had constructed and so on. The point that I want to emphasize at this point in time, that organizations which don't wake up early, which are still continuing the same way that it had been earlier, are going to be coming in for a root shock, especially from the business end. And therefore, there is going to be a need for drastic cuts in many of the areas. You definitely need to be, for those who are in that stage, or for those who are already past that stage and who are essentially looking at considerable reduction as far as the budgets are concerned. The biggest issue is the mindset change within the organization, especially in your IT departments and so on, where from a period of resource plentifulness or resource availability, you have to essentially get into a period of looking at resource constraints. In fact, Mr. Ajay Chaudhary was taking me back to the old days when he talked in terms of the various things that we had at various points in time. But in the 70s and 80s, when I used to be spending a lot of time in terms of doing a lot of work, there was a phenomenal amount of resource constraints, but no one at this moment in time looks at leaving any or foregoing any of the resources. There is everything that should be available on tap and so on. So therefore, the mindset change is going to be an extremely important one. And the second thing that you will have to be dealing with is a fairly difficult and tough CFOs, because they will find that you will find that the CFOs has to exercise a phenomenal amount of control within the organization, and he's not going to be making an exception from between the IT department and the other departments and so on. You are going to have someone who is going to be extremely unreasonable, who is going to be not listening to any of the things that you would say, but who would essentially expect that when he asks for a 10% or 20% cut, he expects to see 25 or 30% cut. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mahalingam, for that nice presentation. And just to move on further, we are now going to unveil the survey results. We are going to unveil the survey results. So may I